Patriot League Anaconda Player of the Week in men's basketball is Vlad Moldovianu of American. The senior forward was the Cable Car Classic Tournament MVP, averaging 24 points and 5.5 rebounds in victories over Fordham and Delaware last week. He scored 16 points and had 4 rebounds in a 73-57 victory over Fordham in the opening round Wednesday, then took over the championship contest the next night with a season-high 32 points and 7 rebounds in an 83-71 victory over Delaware. Moldovianu hit 12 of 20 shots from the field and 3 of 5 from three-point range. Moldovianu is second in the Patriot League with 20.3 points per game this season. The Patriot League Anaconda Rookie of the Week in men's basketball is J.J. Avila of Navy. The freshman guard played well in a pair of losses for the Mids, averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per contest, as Navy fell at home against Long Island and Presbyterian last week. He posted the top effort of his short career in a 96-86 loss to Long Island Thursday, recording the first double-double of his career. Avila scored 21 points and pulled down 11 rebounds. The Patriot League Anaconda Player of the Week in women's basketball is Emily Gratch of Lehigh. The junior forward was stellar for the Mountain Hawks last week from start to finish. She opened the Christmas City Classic with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 steals in her team's 58-41 win over Ryder. She was named the tournament MVP after pouring in a career-high 25 points and grabbing 5 rebounds as Lehigh defeated Mississippi State 68-59 in overtime to win the two-day event for the 3rd year in a row. Gratch also scored 8 points and added 3 boards in Lehigh's 18-point win over LaSalle on Sunday. The Patriot League Anaconda Rookie of the Week in women's basketball is Shelby Romine of Bucknell. Once again, the freshman guard earned the weekly nod after averaging 14 points, 3 assists, and 2.3 steals per game for the Bison. She recorded her 4th 20-point performance of the season in what turned out to be her best showing of the week. Romine scored 22 points in Bucknell's 69-58 loss to Yale on Sunday. She also scored a team-high 11 points against Penn State last week.
Spiders 61, Bison 61.7 left. Willman, long inbounds to Muscala. He'll turn and shoot a fader.
Yes! Yes! God! God! Oh, my almighty! Christian Laettner has been undone by Mike Muscala. And an 11-game winning streak for the Spiders has evaporated. The Bison have escaped the Spiders' web here tonight.
Bucknell won for the 7th time in the past 8 games when Mike Muscala grabbed a full-court inbounds pass and buried a last-second turnaround jumper for an impressive 62-61 win at Richmond on Sunday. The game was back and forth throughout, and neither team led by more than 7 points. Bucknell took its biggest lead at 7 by scoring the first 8 points in the second half, but held a 60-55 edge with 1:34 left. Richmond responded with 6 straight points, including an apparent game-winning free throw with 2 seconds left. Bucknell turned it over on the inbounds, but Richmond missed a pair of free throws, and the Bison called timeout to set up Mike Muscala's heroics. Muscala and Bryson Johnson led the way with 17 points apiece, while Daryl Shazer had 9 points and 7 assists. The Bison beat an 11-win Richmond team that had a victory over number 8 Purdue, an 11-game home winning streak coming into the afternoon. Lehigh won for the 4th time in its last 5 games as C.J. McCollum scored a game-high 16 points and Michael Ojo and Mackie McKnight each added 13 in the 62-57 win at Yale on Friday. The Mountain Hawks held a slim 4-point lead at half and went up by as many as 11 in the second half before Yale stormed back to tie the score at 47. Lehigh never gave up the lead as McCollum and Ojo hit back-to-back jumpers, and Ojo later added a 3-pointer for a 56-49 edge with 3:33 left to play. Gabe Knutson chipped in with 9 points and 8 rebounds, and Lehigh forced 20 turnovers. Josh Jones and Jordan Stevens both set career highs with 13 points, but Holy Cross missed a chance to win in the final seconds as George Washington held on for a 58-57 victory on Friday. Holy Cross fell behind by 7 points late and rallied back to tie the score at 53 with 2:35 to go. Mike Cavateo tied it with a 3 in the final minute, but George Washington hit the game-winning free throw with 39.2 seconds left. Cavateo and Andrew Biner each had 8 points. Army held a 2-point halftime lead at Fairfield in the finale of a 7-game road trip, but fell 68-61 Friday. Army led 47-45 with less than 11 minutes to play before Fairfield went ahead for good with 7 straight points in a 5-minute span for a 52-47 advantage. Jason Panko brought Army within 64-61 on a 3-pointer with 24 seconds left, but that was as close as they got. 4 Army players finished in double figures, with Jeremy Hentz scoring 14, Julian Simmons 13, Nathan Hedgecock 11, and Ella Ellis 10. Lafayette also won in dramatic fashion on the road, going to 2 overtimes before finally pulling away from Fairleigh Dickinson for a 98-92 win on Sunday. Jim Maurer scored 28 points, including 13 in the second overtime. His 3 threes and 4 free throws helped build an 8-point lead with 54 seconds left in the second overtime. Jared Mintz, who also had 24 points, added 4 free throws down the stretch to close it out. Maurer finished with a double-double and was one of 6 Leopards to score double digits. Colgate earned its first win of the year with an 80-61 blowout at Longwood. Led by Brandon James's 15 points and 10 rebounds, the Raiders took a 44-21 first-half lead and shot 54.2% in the second half to close it out. Nick Pascal scored 13 points and had 15 rebounds, while Pat Moore had 12 points and Yao Jiaoyu had 10. Navy lost another close game as the Mids battled back but fell 1 shot short in a 60-58 loss to Presbyterian in Annapolis on Sunday. Presbyterian held a 36-29 lead at half, but Navy chipped away and eventually tied the score at 57 with 4:22 left. Presbyterian went back up by 2, and Navy dropped its 5th straight game. Jordan Sugars finished with a team-high 18, while J.J. Avila scored 13. Holy Cross took Sacred Heart to the wire but could not get all the way back in a 77-75 loss on the road. The Crusaders trailed by 9 points at halftime and as many as 11 after the intermission, but they rallied to take a 59-58 lead with about 10 minutes left to play. Sacred Heart, however, pulled away again for the win. Dave Dzinski and Jordan Stevens each hit career highs with 15 points. Andrew Biner scored 11 and Devin Brown had 10. Spurred by Liz Lear's game-high 20 points, American captured the championship of the Hawk Holiday Classic with a 56-47 victory over Brown Friday. American trailed 19-16 at halftime after a slow first half, but the defense picked up for the Eagles. Lisa Strack and Ebony Edwards hit baskets to give American a comfortable 6-point lead with 51 seconds left. Edwards finished with 13 points and Alexis Dobbs had a team-high 8 rebounds. With the victory, Matt Corkery became the fastest American coach to win 50 games. Seattle opened with a 15-5 run and cruised to a 62-50 win over Navy Saturday. Navy inched its way back into the game, cutting the deficit to 4 at halftime and took the lead at 35-31 early in the second half, but Seattle pulled away. Cassie Considine led Navy with 12 points, while Jake Geif had 11 points and grabbed 7 rebounds. Hot shooting from its 2 biggest players helped American move its winning streak to 8 games with a 64-60 win at Maryland Eastern Shore Sunday. Liz Lear and Lisa Strack combined to shoot 11 of 22 from the floor for 29 points. The Eagles led by 3 with 1:21 left and closed it out by shooting 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Strack finished with a team-high 15 points and Lear had 14. Edwards and Stephanie Anya each grabbed a team-best 5 rebounds. Just as American kept winning, Lehigh did the same at home with its 85-67 win over in-state rival LaSalle Sunday afternoon. The 85 points marked the Mountain Hawks' largest offensive output of the season and tied for the league's highest point total this season. Lehigh, which won its 9th straight game, was led by Courtney Dentler's 21 points and Allie Byorik's 13. Lafayette led 42-41 with 6:37 left in the game, but Penn rattled off a 12-0 run over the next 3 minutes and 50 seconds to pull off a 59-52 win over the Leopards Sunday in Easton. Lakeisha Wright posted a team-best 16 points, while Sarah McGorry added 12. Laura Jackson also had 11 points. McGorry, Danielle Fiacco, Elizabeth Virgin, and Samantha Jordan each grabbed 7 rebounds in the game. Fiacco also blocked 5 shots. Holy Cross's woes continued with a 66-57 loss at Dartmouth on Sunday. Christine Ganser converted 4 straight free throws to give Holy Cross a 40-37 advantage with 11:34 to go, but Dartmouth scored 8 consecutive points in less than a minute to build its biggest lead of the game at 52-42. Holy Cross rallied to cut it to 1, but Dartmouth replied with a 9-0 run to put the game away. Whitney Freeman led Holy Cross with 15 points and 5 rebounds, and Alex Smith pitched in with 10 points and a team-best 8 boards. Colgate shot a blistering 55.6% from the field in the first half and built a 45-26 halftime lead, but couldn't stay in front as Air Force rallied in overtime on its home floor to drop the Raiders 80-75 Sunday in Colorado Springs. With the game tied at 72 heading into overtime, Colgate scored the first bucket, but Air Force used an 8-3 run to secure a 5-point win. Jasmine Lynch and Taylor Waynard shared the team high with 17 points apiece, while Sammy Kalzlowski, Candace Green, and Catherine Taylor each scored 11. Shelby Romine scored a team-high 22, but it wasn't enough as Bucknell fell 69-58 at Yale Sunday. The Bulldogs used a 17-3 run to wipe out a late Bison lead. After a Yale bucket tied the game at 55, Romine hit a 3 to put Bucknell back up in front, but at this point the Bulldogs orchestrated their decisive game-ending run. Felicia Maboda posted a career-high 14 points for the Bison, while Joyce Novacek had 11 points and 7 boards.